want a new voice.
I want a new voice.
I want a new voice.
A new voice.
I want a different
point of view.
I want something fun.
I want something fun.
Alive. Opinionated.
I want something exciting.
I want someone that can change my world.
My world.
Your world.
Our world.
Change how I see an issue.
How I understand a story.
How I understand a story. How to have fun.
Fun. How to have fun.
It's what's important to me.
To me.
To me.
This is our time.
Our time.
Our time.
This is our world.
Our world.
This
Is our show.
Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Treat yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. So it's just
All right, she is a fellow at Yale University and the author of The Trouble with Islam Today. Boy, somebody needed to write that book. Irshad Manji, right?
Irshad, welcome to the program.
My name is Irshad Manji. Irshad, by the way, is Arabic for guidance. So that if you call me Miss Irshad, thinking you're being really polite, you're actually calling me misguided. Okay. I'm a woman. I'm a Muslim. I'm Canadian. I'm Egyptian. I'm Indian. You know, Obama calls himself a mutt. And boy, can I ever relate. I was born in East Africa, came to North America as refugees, me and my family. I grew up Muslim, still am, but very critical. Are we willing, are we ready to take even a part of the ownership of what ails Islam? Now I live in New York as a professor at NYU. I teach leadership. I teach ethics. I teach moral courage. Identity is only exactly that. It is constructed, but your integrity is a set of values, and that means taking on political correctness. It means taking on intellectual intimidation. Use the precious freedoms that we've got here without fear of government retaliation for doing so. Can I jump in here for a quick second? More Muslims have been tortured and murdered at the hands of other Muslims than any foreign imperial power. You know what it ultimately means? Taking on fear. Absolutely question and challenge their positions, their policies, their values, their experience or lack of it. The most dangerous four-letter F word in our world is fear.
So we owe the world hope.
Because the world gives you love when you give them hope.
David? Wow. Yeah.
I can't begin to tell you how many young people say to me, you know, I don't know what to do.
I'm not making my ends meet. I'm in a poor economy. I have so much debt with student loans.
I don't know what's right anymore. I don't know what's wrong anymore. It's all a jumble. Help me figure it out. Help me navigate it. I'd like to believe that somebody like me can help young people figure it out. Cut through all the crap. Find your bliss. To really make a difference for young people, frankly, I wouldn't begin in the classroom. I'd begin through the medium of television. You are up against the most, forgive me, ball-crushing of systems here, okay? The California penitentiary system.
It's really unforgiving.
What made you think that you could defeat it?
I tried not to think about the outcome because the outcome was like 130 years he was facing.
I think that a great talk show, the kind that I would host, would tell very compelling stories about quite ordinary people. Girls trading sex for money. But we're not talking about prostitutes, or for that matter, even sex slaves. We're talking about sugar babies. You know what I mean by that? Yeah, you do? Because it's an actual social phenomenon. Recent college grads who, driven by financial fear, are choosing to become kept women. Sugar babies. Help me understand what the expectations are. I know you said I went in there with no expectations, but now you've got a man who is paying your rent, buying you clothes when you need or want them, whisking you off on a trip now and again, taking you out to expensive dinners.
Yes.
In exchange for what?
In exchange for my companionship.
Meaning?
Meaning he loves conversations, he loves kicking it, he loves being with me, he loves just enjoying time with me.
Is Bill married?
Yes, he is.
Does she know? Does his wife know about you?
I doubt it.
You doubt it. You've not asked him.
No, I have not.
How come?
It's not my business.
Isn't it?
No.
Are you seeing anybody else?
Yes, I am.
You have a boyfriend.
I do.
Does he know?
Absolutely not.
Isn't it his business to know?
Yes, it is.
How come you haven't told him?
I've been living a dual life, and it's not something that I could just easily tell him.
Easily, I understand. But don't you think you have a moral responsibility to do this now that you've made a choice that has consequences for other relationships? That's part of what we're dealing with on this show. You know, is that through honest, I mean uncomfortably sometimes, honest conversation. Do you feel shame?
I feel ashamed because my parents don't know.
We are going to get people to see that they have one part of their day in which they can just be who they are. The fact that all of these people in jail self-segregated based on what they look like, and the two most important relationships in your life are with white people. What did that do to your heart and your head?
Out of the whole time I've been in jail, the whole 14 months, they were the only two people that really came to see me. It was other people too, but nobody was my skin color.
Even sitting here, I'm excited about the opportunity to tell these stories.
I cannot continue to just see Bill and just keep falling in love and just have my boyfriend and this is
falling in love. When people see that you are on television, bringing them into the conversation that you've begun.
I was just wondering why you haven't broken up with your boyfriend.
They actually feel a stake in it. They feel like they are part owners in that dialogue, and they turn it into a multi-log.
Is Bill in love with you? Do you feel like the love is mutual?
So that it's not a cacophony of voices, because that suggests chaos. It's actually a polyphony of voices. It's an orchestra.
Irshad speaks to me.
To me.
Irshad speaks to me.
It was one of the most profound moments that I've ever witnessed in my life.
No, I can't assign Mary her dignity. She has to feel it for herself.
Irshad is alive.
Irshad is alive.
You know, she's making an easy choice, but is it really easy?
So love is beyond color.
Yes.
Irshad gets it.
Irshad gets it.
It's got to get resolved. It's got to be reconciled.
Irshad, you hit it on the head.
And collectively, that is when you're going to have a different world. And that's exciting.
Down to the corner, my sisters and my brothers of every different color. Don't you feel that sunshine? Telling you to hold tight, things will be alright. Try to find a better life. Come on over. Down to the corner, my sisters and my brothers, there for one another. Won't you come on over?